Alright y'all, so this is the lowdown for what's going on today. So, right now it is dark, it is cold, and I am prepping my car for the track so to take a drifting this weekend, which is big news for me because I am really excited for that. But this is what we got going on. So right now I am working on installing an ATEMU, which is an automatic transmission emulator into my car. So what that thing does is it tricks the stock computer into thinking that it still has an automatic behind it, allowing it to fully use the VVTi system that the engine has. Now this is applicable for a few old Toyotas. Like I know it's some Tundras, I think it works. It works for a GS, like the second gen GS chassis, IS300s, LS400s are sure work as well. The ones that came with the last generation UCF20 that came with VVTi. And I think LS430s as well if you're one of the weirdos manual swapping that thing. But so this is what we're doing. Here, so here we get some light going in the background. Here we go. My trusty dusty headlamp. So this is the automatic transmission emulator. I bought this one from allforswaps.com. I also bought some resistors that come with it, but I'm not installing those today. I don't have enough time, and they really don't do. They help get rid of engine codes, but you don't really need them, quote unquote. So this is, well, again, I got it from allforswaps. You can also get them from Serial 9. And they're all kind of the same shit, just a bunch of wires sticking out. They come with really shitty instructions. And speaking of instructions, right now I'm about to plug all the instructions you're gonna need for this kit right here to install one for a second gen GS / 2002 plus IS300. So this is one page right here. Screenshot that shit. Second page right here. Screenshot that. Third page right here. Screenshot that. And if there's a fourth page, it's right here. So those are that's all the info you need to wire one of these things in. I should have included all the pinouts for these plugs right here, all the purposes for one of these wiring things, or for the ATEMU. And the way I'm gonna go about installing it is, well, what I did beforehand is I labeled each one of these wires. Here's with, like, which is electrical tape, and I marked it. Okay, oh, this one I fucked up. I didn't put, oh, did I? Okay, so right here I put, I can't really see, E36. So I'm not sure what the fuck this cord is for, I don't remember, but I remember it goes to E36. And all I need to do is dig into my wiring harness, which I also did it with tape, and look for E36. So this really helps if you do that beforehand. So I literally just cut the tape holding the harness together already, and then just went ahead and tape each thing out. So like here, E36. And then I also put a T because this particular cord gets tied in. So there I put tied in. So that one doesn't get cut completely. It just gets tied into the original harness. There's also a few cables you need to cut completely, which are listed on that sheet. And you just need to find them. I didn't mark those down because I'm going to do it at the very end, because I didn't think this through and I'm just trying to get this shit done before it gets dark. But yeah, so that's my way of installing it. I'm gonna just go ahead and just fast forward to the end of me installing it, because essentially only 3 wires need to be tied into the harness, in which case you need to use one of those little clamp shits that kind of they clamp onto an existing wire going through and through. You just use one of those, and then they tee off so you can use one of those. Again, you only need 3 of them. If you want to bullshit and use electrical tape, you can. I wouldn't do that. I would use one of the T's. The rest of them, however, they just cut the harness wire and go straight into the ECU, so which is simple enough. And then a few of them just get cut all together. And then if you're using the resistors, which help get rid of all your check engine codes, or the final amount of them that are left over from the swap, you can. Those are also very simple to swap in. But the caveat why I'm not doing it today is because those take a significantly more time, because of the fact that those resistors generate a lot of heat. And I'll put an image of what those things look like right here. And you have to be very careful where you mount those, because you can't just mount them anywhere in the car. You can't mount them in the engine block or inside the little engine case, or not the engine case, the ECU box, because they get too hot. So they have to be mounted outside of it and plumbed in. So I was gonna use a ruler or something like that to, my brother's pulling up, a ruler or something like that, just to bolt it down onto and then find a place on the firewall. That's actually for another day. I'll probably post it on my Instagram, which I'll plug right here. And other than that, that's all the information you need. Just follow those steps that's included in those layouts and those pinouts. Shout out to the guy who sent them to me to begin with, because I wouldn't be able to do it myself. So, on the quick information, if you have a second gen GS300, the pinout is exactly the same. The O2 Plus second gen GS300 uses the same pinout as an O2 Plus IS300. So that's not the easiest thing to find in the world, but luckily you guys have it right there. And the what was I gonna say? The IS300s before that should have pinouts you can find on the internet, and the pre-2001 GS300 should have the pinouts you can find easy on the internet, and I'm gonna get this shit done. Sup, little brother?
So, you might have an update.
What?
So, Mino going camping Saturday.
Why?
They canceled it. Apparently, one of the people didn't show up. Like the older sister, I guess, because I guess they wanted to
Okay.
yesterday.
Here.
They said we could
I'm gonna get this done real quick.